married, and for him not ever loving somebody, ain't that what he was saying, that he's never been in love? How can you be 39 and never been in love?
Listen, welcome to Little Black Book, another one. Little Black Book, you know what time it is. All right, we're bringing with this part, we're talking to you guys about Arris and Jasmine's situation, but we're talking specifically about Arris having commitment issues. How we having commitment issues, Arris? 39 and we ain't ever fallen in love. Now, we know the story behind Arris's situation, lost his dad quite early, very traumatic circumstances. And I think he just never recovered from there. And I think the reality of the situation is, for any woman out there, you should be looking at people's background. If someone tells you a story about their background, it gives you a very strong indication of what they are like now. Now, Arris is someone who, likes a particular type of woman and didn't find Jasmine his type. I saw the continued immaturity, I would like to say. Or let me not say immaturity. Let me say, well, it felt like immaturity when we saw him at the very end scene of this episode where he's asking his friend Raven, has she got any friends for him? Okay. And it felt a little bit immature because it's like, your divorce has hardly been penned and you're already thinking about, have you got any friends for me? Because the reality is, what he's really thinking is, he's going to get in some hotcakes and some pants. He's going to get some poissoir, right? And if that's your mindset, then how ready were you for marriage? Now, of course, someone might say, well, his mind was exited out of the marriage ages ago. Then that means his words to Jasmine wasn't true. He wasn't really trying. He was already exited out the relationship a long time ago. You need time to heal and to recover when you come out of a divorce or a breakup. And so for Arris to start asking his friend Raven about where her friends are and what friends are, he can get to, it tells me that you weren't taking this marriage seriously, which means that Jasmine's mom is absolutely right. You weren't going into this marriage thing with true intentions. What were you going into for? Definitely, I don't think it was for TV, but I definitely don't think I definitely felt like you thought you were ready for marriage. You got there and you realized it's not it. It's not what you thought it was. It's not going to solve your issue. What he really needed was the counseling. Now, he said he's done therapy. I think he needed more counseling. I think he needed more time dedicated to therapy than he did to go and to get married, because the commitment side of thing hasn't been sorted. Now, of course, we all know that, if someone doesn't find somebody attractive, they don't find someone attractive. And that's just real talk. That I'm not going to beef with. But I just felt like some of the actions that Arris takes at times, asking your friend Raven where the girls are at, doesn't tell me that you're ready for marriage. It tells me you're ready to mess around and have fun. And unfortunately, that is not something that you want in a partner who says they're ready for the long haul. I do feel like during the course of the season, what Arris has showed us is there are glimpses of Arris's behavior. You're like, you know what? He could be a great partner. We see glimpses of Arris, even with the dog and how he wants to, return and see the dog for visitations and stuff. He made bonds with Jasmine and the dog in some form and same shape or fashion, just not enough for Jasmine in time to want to stay in the marriage. And by all means, she said it herself, throughout the course of the season, she barely saw the effort that he's talking about. So he gave us a smokescreen. All that talk about, blowing backs out at the very beginning of the season. We saw the immaturity from the very beginning. He's just there. It seems like his fear of committing forces him into sexual escapades rather than actually having real, true connections. If you're somebody who's afraid of commitment, you probably found yourself, I normally find there's two people who don't go into to any sexual escapades at all and become this hermit, almost like virgin, and don't say that too tough, but you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be a virgin per se, but they become this person who, stays away from people, shies away from relationships at all in general. Or you get another person who's a bit more hypersexual, who's a fleeting person. They go into many relationships or many situationships where it's quick, fast, and easy and out. Right? They're out before you can even say anything. They're already gone before you can even get to do anything. You know what I mean? Those situations also happen as well. So I don't know. I'm intrigued to see where Arris will end up and how he will heal and go forward. I know we don't get always that journey, but he definitely needs to begin to heal from the commitment issues. He's afraid of fully putting his all into one person and staying there, and that being his only investment. He's too used to spreading himself thin and enjoying all the spoils of different aspects of people that he could get. So Listen, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification uploads. We appreciate you. Stay locked to load. Let me know your thoughts about Arris and Jasmine down below. 39 ain't found love yet.